Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. In this video I'll be showing you how to use structure blocks in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. If you don't know what a structure block is, it's a block that lets you copy and paste structures around your world and across worlds. It's really useful and I'm going to be showing you how to use it. If you're a beginner, you're gonna want to watch this video, or if you use structure blocks regularly, you might want to watch this video anyways because I'll be going over pretty much everything that you can do with a structure block, so you might learn something new. But enough yapping, let's get to the video. First of all, how do you get a structure block? To get a structure block, you need to be in a world with cheats enabled and you need to be an operator. So, if the world is not yours, if you're in a friend's world, you're gonna have to ask them to enable cheats and give you operator permissions. And after that is done, you can open your chat and digit /give your username, or AS, which stands for yourself, and you're gonna want to type structure underscore block. After you've typed that, you can click enter, or this button right here, and you're gonna receive the structure block. Now, how do you actually use the structure block? First of all, you cannot place it in survival mode, you need to be in creative. You also cannot interact with it in survival mode, so you're gonna also want to be in creative mode, and you can place it down whatever you want. And right now I'll be showing you how to use the save mode of the structure block. So right here I have a villager house that we're gonna try and copy. So what you do to copy a structure, you're gonna wanna place the structure block, and you're gonna see it has these borders, which is the area that is gonna be copied. So interact with the structure block and this GUI is gonna pop up. It might be overwhelming at first, but it's actually really easy to learn how to use it. You're gonna wanna go in this X value and you will modify it to match the size of the structure. As you can see, it's modifying the length of the structure, and you're gonna have to find the exact value that you need to copy the whole structure. So as you can see, I've got it right for the X-axis, and I'm gonna have to do the same with the Y-axis, which is the height. I'm gonna do 10, which is perfect. Okay, as you can see, it's inside of the border. And then finally the Z-axis, which I'm gonna do 9. And yeah, that seems fair enough. Okay, so after you've done that, you're gonna select whether you want to include entities or not. So if the entities should be copied, actually, let me get a villager. Let me get a villager actually, so I'll show you. There we go. Now I'm gonna check this toggle to include the villager, and you can choose whether or not you want to remove the blocks, so you can only copy entities. I'm not gonna do that. You can choose where it should be saved. If you select memory, it's not gonna be permanent. It's gonna delete itself when you relog. So I'm gonna do that because I don't want it saved permanently. If you do save to disk, it's gonna be saved forever in your world. You can delete it with this -structure command, which I'm gonna be telling you more about later. And you can hide and you can hide the bounding box, which is the border. We're gonna show it so it's easier. I really don't see a reason why you would hide it, so there we go. After you've done all that, you're gonna give a name to your structure. I'm gonna call it house. And as you can see, it's gonna have a namespace here, this my structure :house. You can edit it, you really don't need to. You only really need to do that if you're working with add-ons, because you don't want two add-ons to use the same name for a structure. So after you've given it a name, you're gonna wanna hit save, and it's gonna say structure saved. Now to paste the structure, you're gonna wanna place, again, your structure block where you want to place the structure, and you're gonna wanna select the load mode. Now, right here you can type the name of the structure you just copied. I'm gonna go ahead and type house. After you've done that, as you can see, it automatically gets the namespace my structure because that's the default one. You can choose an offset. So if you, for example, wanted to paste here and not where the structure block is, you can do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to use default values. You can again select if it should paste or not the entities. You can select whether or not it should waterlog the blocks and whether or not it should actually remove the blocks. I'm not going to do any of that because I want everything to be pasted. And then you can choose the integrity, which is what percentage of the structure is going to be pasted. I'm going to do 100 because I want the whole structure to be pasted. It's actually random unless you use a seed. This is really fun to mess around with. You can do some pretty cool stuff with that. You can also choose a rotation. You can choose 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. So you can rotate the structure however you like. You can mirror the structure on the x-axis and the z-axis. And you can also select an animation mode, which is really cool. And if you select an animation mode, you're also going to want to insert time, which is the time it'll take for the animation to complete. I'm going to do block by block. And you really don't need to though. It's just visual. I'm going to do that because it's cool. So after you've done all that, you can click load and it'll load the structure, as you can see with the animation. So as you can see, for some reason the villager is not here. Hold on. Here it is. For some reason it did not load at first, but there we go. It did now. So this is the load mode. Now, how to use the corner mode of the structure block. It's relatively simple. It helps you actually find the right size. So let's go back to the house to actually show you. If let's say I wanted to copy this house, instead of manually selecting and finding all the right digits that I need to insert, I'm gonna take a new structure block and place it on the opposite side of the structure, so here, and you're gonna wanna select corner. After you've selected corner, you're gonna wanna type in the same name that the save structure block has. So in this case, I'm gonna do house, okay? And here, I'm gonna name it house. And in the save structure block, you're gonna select detect. And as you can see, it just selected the whole structure for me, like this. Now I did kind of mess up, but you get the point, you get how it works. So this is how you use the corner mode. It's really helpful. And now I'll show you how to use the 3D export. Now, the 3D export is pretty straightforward. You have the same toggles here. You can select the size of the structure. As you can see now, it will not be copying the structure. It will be exporting it as a file on your PC, as a .glb file, which you can open with Blender and do whatever. I'm not gonna go into that because that's really out of Minecraft, so let's get over the last few things that we need to talk about. So, how do you use structure void blocks? So there's actually another block that you can also do yourself with the /give command, which is called the structure void, structure_void. This is really simple to use. I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so let's say I wanted to copy this well. I'm gonna do the same thing as I did before with the save mode. I'm gonna name it well, and the water doesn't render for some reason, but it'll be copied, so don't worry about that. I'm gonna save it, and now if I want to paste it, let me just, there's a chunk of dirt here, okay? If I want to paste the well, like this, if I want to load it, and click load, it'll overwrite, as you can see, the dirt that was here. This doesn't get overwritten because it was outside of the bounding box. But if I copy the structure with these structure voids, and I actually paste it like this, if I load it, as you can see, the dirt will not be overwritten because of the structure voids, which can be pretty useful. And now for the last thing that we'll be going over is how to save big structures. Because if you play around with the structure block for a while, you're gonna notice pretty quickly that it has a limit. On the on the x-axis it's 64. You cannot copy a structure that is larger than 64 on the x-axis. It's 121 for the y-axis and also 64 on the z-axis. So if you have a relatively big structure, you're not going to be able to copy it. But no need to worry because I have a workaround. This is only on PC, so only on Windows. And it will require you to install a software that Mojang hands out. It's called Minecraft Editor. It's free, so you don't need to pay if you have Minecraft. If you bought Minecraft, you have the Minecraft editor as well, so you don't need to worry about that. So how do you download it? You're gonna wanna open the Minecraft launcher. But before we do that, let's export the world with the structure we want to copy. So click the edit button, this pencil. Then in the general tab, click on export world and export world. Now you can give it a name, call it whatever you want and click on save. It will say world exported successfully. Now you can close Minecraft and go on the Minecraft launcher. There we are on the Minecraft launcher. You're gonna wanna click on the Minecraft Bedrock Edition tab and then click here on Creator Tools. You're gonna wanna select the latest release of the editor and you're gonna wanna install it if you don't have it already. If you do have it, launch it. There we go, this is the main menu of the Minecraft editor. You're gonna wanna click this button right here and select the world you just exported, the MC world. Okay, I'm gonna open it and there we go, here it is. Now you can open your world on the editor. So there we go, we're in. And now how do you actually save a structure using the Minecraft editor? It's really easy. You're gonna wanna select here the selection tool, the selection mode, and you're gonna be able to copy much larger structures, 100 by 100. So you can copy much larger areas. So for example, let me do this, like this, okay? Perfect, like this, and I'm gonna do new from selection, this button right here. If you don't see it, you need to click on the plus button right here, click on structures, and then click on the structures icon, and you're gonna have this structure menu right here. So after you've selected the zone that you want to copy as a structure, you're gonna click here on new from selection. You can give it a name if you'd like, but we're gonna do that later anyways. So you're gonna click on the structure, you're gonna select it, the one you just copied, and scroll all the way down to this button right here and check it. After you've done that, you can click on save and click on file and save and quit. Now you're gonna wanna click on the pencil icon, scroll all the way down and click on export project right here. Save the file anywhere on your PC. I'm gonna save it here. And after the project has been exported, you can go on file manager. There we go. This is gonna be the project. You're gonna rename it to be a .zip file rather than a .mc project. You're gonna click yes, open it, go in the editor folder, structure DB, and you're gonna have all your structures here. Now you need to find which one is the structure you just copied, so just open one until you find the name of the structure. This is structure underscore one. There we go, this is it. You only need the .mc structure file, this, not the .json. So let's copy this one. Now that you copied the structure, you're gonna wanna go ahead and make a behavior pack. If you have one already, you can use that one. I'm not gonna show you how to make a behavior pack in this video because it's gonna be longer if I did. So I can actually make a separate video on how to make a behavior pack, but I'm pretty sure you can find tutorials out there on YouTube. So if you do have a behavior pack, you can go ahead and open it. And here where you've got your manifest.json, your pack icon.png, you're gonna wanna make a new folder and name it structures like this. Now you're gonna open your folder and paste the file that you just copied. You can rename it if you wanted to have a specific name. I'm gonna name it big underscore structure. Now that you've done that, you can go back on Minecraft. So there we are on Minecraft. Now we're gonna go ahead and edit the world that we want to place the structure in. We're gonna go ahead and go to behavior packs and enable the behavior pack where you've placed your structure in. In my case, it's this one. I'm gonna enable it and click play. Now that you have enabled the behavior pack, you can go ahead and simply get a structure block, and you can go ahead and select load, and you're gonna type the name of the structure. In my case, it's big underscore structure, and like this, you can click load, and as you can see, it'll load the insanely big structure. And you can also copy it across worlds because it's saved in the behavior pack, not the world. So this is everything you need to know about structure blocks. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If it was, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and if you want to learn more about Minecraft. But in either case, I'll see you in the next one.